What's up, YouTube? Today I want to tell you about my top 5 life regrets. Strap on your seatbelts because this is about to get painful. Number 5. So my first kiss was when I was, prepare for embarrassing self-revelation, 20 years old. I had many opportunities to kiss girls, and yet I was terrified of it. I'd be in a situation, where you're like looking at the girl, it's getting kind of awkward, and you're like just saying awkward nonsense to like delay time until you get up the courage to kiss her. And then I'd be like, this represents the girl. Well, see you later. I did that so many times. And the reason I regret it, I just feel like I missed out on a lot of great making out while I was growing up. I've got so much making out to make up for. Lesson? Don't miss the chance to try and kiss someone you're attracted to. Number 4! I regret spending too much time studying during high school. Now before all the parents that watch me, and by all the parents I mean my mom and my dad, flip out and start writing me emails about, "Oh, you're being a bad role model." Let me explain. When I was in high school, I was what we would call an overachiever. I once had a 98% average in an English class for which I exempted the exam, meaning that I did not have to come to school and take the exam. I could just pass with my 98 average. What did I do? I went to school and I took the exam anyway, hoping that I could perhaps bump my 98 up to a 99 or 100. Now don't get me wrong, I think it's a good idea to work hard in school. I'm just saying I worked way too hard. I spent way too much time studying, time that I should have spent kissing. Pow! Number 3. When I was in college, I was being considered for a presidential nomination to some kind of volunteerism committee. That Saturday, I got on the phone for my interview, and the first question was, "So, what sort of volunteering do you do?" But here's the thing, I had been doing all kinds of volunteering in my life. I simply had not done anything to prepare for the interview or think through the most obvious question that they were clearly going to ask me and considering me for a presidential nomination for a volunteering committee. By the way, I've been clocked speaking at up to 220 words per minute. True story, a stenographer told me. Lesson, be prepared. That's also the Boy Scout motto. I'm an Eagle Scout. Number 2. Some of you saw earlier this year when I was on MTV's America's Best Dance Crew. I had this plan that as I walked across the stage, I was gonna do a little like spin and dance move, and it was gonna be seen by like 1 million people on MTV, and it was gonna be amazing, and I would get a girlfriend. But I just kinda like froze. I was like, what are people gonna think of me? And so I just didn't dance. And I'm still single. Lesson, never be afraid to start a dance party, even if you're the only one in it. And my number 1 life regret. During my senior year of high school, I was at a weekend leadership camp where I met a girl, codenamed Nerd Camp. We just had like amazing rapport, and she was so attractive. And the day after we got home from camp, we were talking on the phone, and she suggested the idea that we should start dating. I was like, ooh, I don't, that sounds kind of complicated and like a lot of work. I am a robot. That was like 8 years ago, and I look back on that and literally it is my number 1 regret. Like, I'm not kidding you. Anytime I want to just feel really bad about myself, I go onto Facebook and I stalk Nerd Camp's profile. Oh man, what was I thinking? Yeah. What's the lesson? Anything worth having is difficult, but anything worth having is also worth fighting for. Woo! That was kind of painful to share all those things with you. Boom, you want to have a silly band off? Bow, bow. Oh, broke one. You know, sometimes people say that they don't have any regrets in life, but that's not me. I definitely do. And I think there's 2 kinds of regrets. There's regrets where you don't do something that you wish you would have because you were afraid, not kissing, not dancing, not dating. Or in retrospect, you learn something about life and you look back with newfound wisdom and you wish you had done something differently, not being such an overachiever or preparing for an interview. Anyway, what are some of your biggest regrets in life? Tell me about them in the comment box below. We should hang out sometime.
A-M-P-U-T-E-E. Listen up, people, don't feel sorry for me. A-M-P-U-T-E-E. The glass is half full, yeah, I still got 3.